What up, everybody? What up? This is July the Voice here with day one of Understand Me. And today, we're going to talk about core. So in these videos, I'm going to turn around and give you different pieces of the man behind the music. Talking about different types of themes to get you to understand why I do what I do, right? I wanted to get past this point of, he does music, right? I want to move forward from that and move into this point where you understand why do I do music, because I think that's important, right? If you don't get that portion, then you're not going to turn around and play any of my albums, no matter how many times I put it in your face. And by the way, if you hear this little, that's the rubber of my shoe turning around and going off the thing. But you're not, if I don't turn around and explain these things right, you're not going to get it. You're not going to turn around and play my albums or hear a song, or anytime I'm turning around and doing anything, right? It's not gonna resonate, right? Because, in a world of influencers and content creators, right? Everybody's always assuming, especially in the music business, because it's oversaturated. Everybody's always assuming that somebody's just doing music just to do it. Like, I'm just trying to get rich scheme. It's the equivalent of trying to get an MBA or whatever the case may be, right? And I feel like music needs to go back to where there was people with an actual gift to this, who actually wanted to be impactful, and that's the point, right? Actually want to be impactful. So, a couple points to go over to kind of help you, and after I go over these points, I'll also send it aside like a little side form, like where you can read it. But I at least want to explain it first so it makes sense when you read it. And so the first thing to understand is piece over performance, right? I'm not putting on the mask. I'm exactly what you see in the screen. I'm exactly what you hear inside the song. It doesn't change, right? My music prioritizes healing, growth. It's not about hype. Right, I'm not here to turn around and talk about blickies or get down with overarching themes of gangster stuff and all that. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, all that trendy stuff that you turn around and say, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I'm similar. I'll say this loosely, right? But then again, I probably might be it in a different extreme, right? I'm similar to like how Eminem is, right? They're not gonna play me on the radio. Not proactively, right? Unless I really break through and people are really gunning for me to be heard, they're not playing my songs on the radio. It's not gonna be a thing, because I'm trying to actually elevate people rather than just turn around and create a whole bunch of the same saturated nonsense that's in music every single day, right? And so my music, in the very short sense of the word, right, tries to give people a breather. That's why when you hear my music, I want it to be a breather. I want you to turn around and hear this and go, yo, this is different, right? Which I actually get in the comments for music. And that's the point. That's what I'm going for. So you turn around and hear it and you go, this is different, right? The other thing is the spiritual practice in lyric form. I am a Christian. I'm a child of God. I love God. God is my rock. You're going to hear God all inside of my music, right? Because I'm grounded in it. And while my music might not be gospel, you're definitely going to turn around and receive some form of it. Because my music always focuses on two principles, right? Of how much I love God, right? And how much I love people, right? And also being impactful by sharing those two things, right? So, mental resilience, emotional processing, right? Those are things that's going to be encompassed with it, because that's where the healing begins, right? So that's what my music attacks. I try to turn around and help people who was in a place where I was at, right? Before God reached me, where it was just frustration, depression, a bunch of pressure that I applied to myself, trying to chase unrealistic goals or getting so caught up in ambitions, right? These are all things that I'm trying to help people save themselves from, right? Because we're our biggest enemy, our biggest obstacle, right? We'll take ourselves down before anybody else will in a heartbeat. The other thing when it comes to the core of my music is I'm straight up from Brooklyn, so I am not copying nobody, right? Because people always hear it and hear the old school flow, and I know the commonality, right? When you hear people do old school flows, especially younger people, is I'm trying to copy back or trying to bring back. I ain't no. Rakim and all the others and stuff like that, respect to all the pioneers and all the New York legends, they had their time, right? And while I'm carrying on the essence of what they were doing, right, it's me. I'm not copying nothing. I'm not trying to be the next Jay-Z, Biggie, or no, I'm Julian, right? I'm Julian the voice. So I'm not copying that. I'm from New York. That's how I'm gonna be, and I'm from the part of New York that was deeply rooted in hip hop. Not that drill, 5 second. No, I ain't doing that either, right? Now because I moved to the South, right, my mindset is a lot sharper and different. So I'm not gonna do a lot of similar themes that you would hear inside New York, right? Where I talk about the concreteness, the underground jungle, right? Trying to make it out of the projects, dealing with, though you'll hear those sometimes from experiences that I had early before, but that's not going to be the main star. A lot of stuff is going to be from perspective because I'm going to speak from a place where I'm at, right? And people are afraid to do that. Everybody always feel like it's not interesting to speak from a place of perspective, and I don't know why, because it's the greatest place to turn around and speak from, right? It's where the most reflection happens in music. And then the last part, knock it out your face, right? Motivation matters to me, man. So my music is to elevate mindsets. It's to motivate mindsets. It's not preachy, right? It's not turn around being the gimmick. I feel like you can give a message with songs without it going corny, right? Or without me having to turn around and sacrifice the impactfulness of the music so you can just hear me talk, right? That's not the point. But I do speak with clarity. You're gonna hear me enunciate. You're gonna hear me turn around and push people for reasons to keep going, because this life is always trying to tear us down. I'm trying not to tear you down. I'm trying to build you up, right? And so that's me and my core of how I do the music, my mindset for the music. And so this has been Understand Me, day 1, and I look forward to sharing day 2 with you tomorrow. So I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.